Let's pray this does not give me too much of a headache. There we go, we saved the day! I think.
Is that what the goal in this game is? I've honestly lost track.
The goal of the game is,
What the hell are we looking at?
slugs.
It's all
Yeah, bugs.
Frag leeches.
Specific. Hey,
Be ready for the next fight.
You know, I wasn't gonna have an alcoholic beverage for this stream.
We just started!
I may be reconsidering that decision.
We just started!
it's at times like these I wish I could.
You can use the lights as a guide to keep us moving in the right direction.
Look at that! We got guides to help us go through the hallway. They're beacons.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Meh.
Beacon Pines?
That was a great game.
It was.
That is a good game.
It is.
I genuinely don't remember where we are.
Okay, so basically, Saz and Vanille are running off in another direction so they don't get caught by, essentially, the cops. And Lightning and Hope are going their own separate ways. Lightning just got Odin as her summon.
Right.
And now she's like, okay, Hope, in order to toughen you up, I'm gonna let you take point. And that's where we are.
Also, Frieza is kidnapped.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Snow is still being held up by a Cid.
He's
Yo, babe.
in some form of kinky bondage dungeon, I'm assuming.
But right now he's
Just
in...
like Frieza was when he was in hell.
Eh.
Yep.
No, it's more just he's in the Wind Bloom.
Also, we met this game's, name. Hey, Quinn, something. Guy whose arm didn't work good.
Sid.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
because every Final Fantasy has to have a Cid.
The one in Final Fantasy VIII looks suspiciously like Robin Williams.
Yes, he does.
Now I want to see, hold
Have
on.
you ever been here before? On duty, I
Hey.
mean.
No, I haven't. This area is
Yeah.
covered by the Woodlands Observation Battalion. You scared?
Not really. I'm ready to fight if I have to.
I have my boomerang!
To keep you safe.
And then she gives him a knife.
Attach it to
given
the
him a gun.
boomerang.
I don't know if
I want
it
it.
What is this, Tears of the Kingdom?
Lightning. I'm glad I followed you. By myself, I would have had no chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to move.
My MILF has died, so you're my replacement MILF, Lightning.
He is
So
not old enough.
We gotta check.
this
You
week,
say that? People ship these too hard.
Trust me,
Illegal.
Yeah.
Focused on moving forward.
I mean, in the sequels, he does get older, but then by the third game, for some reason, they reverted back to his teen form. I don't know why.
so
Final Fantasy.
this weekend has been the Milford Music Festival. I feel like they missed a golden opportunity.
Just block out everything else.
Because if I was in charge of naming it, you know what it would be?
Millfest.
Milfest.
To be fair, it's not much of an actual festival. It's just kind of like, go to this location, this band is playing. Go to this location, this band is playing.
Milford is not big, and we had trouble finding the bands, frankly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really wasn't much of a festival, but we enjoyed wandering around pretty much the entirety of Milford.
Yeah.
Again, not much there.
Yeah. A lot of antique shops.
Mhm.
Which I'm sure his Lantern's mom is gonna love because some of them had Toby mugs.
Yeah, I sent her a picture of one of them, and then like
Doing fine,
half an hour later, after we had left that store, she's like, "Is there this letter on it? Is it the big or small one?" And I'm like, give me a minute. Let me remember which of the stores it's in, and we can figure this out."
Those kids are having fun playing baseball in the dirt.
Yep.
Dirt ball is fun.
Oh boy, we got gummy oil.
But I picked that up, what, Friday?
Probably.
Whatever it was, I ran over to Walgreens.
Yeah. It was probably Friday, because that was when it wasn't, oh god, my lungs day.
Yeah. That's been
That's
fun.
been every day for the past week.
It's better here than it was. Granted, my throat and lungs are still hurting a bit, but,
Yeah. But it's a lot better.
yeah. It no longer looks like Mordor outside.
Yeah, we're no longer looking like we're about to enter a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, like I said, because my dad was asking, I sent him some pictures of, like, some of the bad days here, and he's like, "Oh, sucks to be you. It's beautiful where we are," because they're on vacation in Europe, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just block out everything else.
That looks a little bit like the Noi Seal from Gundam.
I'm not gonna say what I think it looks like.
Well, you said that's what you said the Noid Seal looked like, too, and I still don't see it.
Ah,
Looks like a Weenor.
I was thinking the other end, but yeah.
Star has opinions on Gundam.
I do.
Some of them.
Well, Gundam is one of those things that I know exists, but just like Battletech, I know nothing
Just
about.
another battle.
It's weirder than Battletech because, number one, it doesn't follow consistent rules because it's not a fucking board game. And, number two, it's multiple different timelines.
Strategy.
So, like,
No
you've
love
got...
timeline fuckery.
So you've got some of the shows are set in the Universal Century timeline. You've got some from the Future Century, some from After Colony, some from... I don't even remember all of them because I haven't watched all of the shows. Not even close to all of them. But yeah, like, when we were doing Gundam Battle Assault and Gundam Battle Assault 2, Star had opinions on some of the designs, and...
Look, all mecha-based anything have some weird designs in there.
Yeah, I mean, look at these guys.
Yeah. And before I moved out here, I actually had Star experience some of G Gundam, which is one of the more ridiculous Gundam series out there, and I love it. Star hated, I think, literally every character we encountered.
Especially the which one did I dislike the most? I want to say it was the kid piloting the dragon mech.
Yeah, you hated Sai Saishi from China.
Yeah.
And I remember your reaction was like, wait, he's a dude?
Yes.
That's like the equivalent of that, like, one clip from the Lorax. That's a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I saw the Lorax in theaters.
Oh.
I didn't, but I did see it at my elementary school. And I was like 10.
So, like, it was a night when my mom was out and she was going to be out for a long period of time. And my dad and I were like, let's go do something. Let's see what's at the movie theater. We go to the movie theater and, like, almost nothing's playing. And he's like, you know, you liked the old version of the Lorax. Let's go see the Lorax in 3D!
Oh god.
And,
Was it an old version? You mean like the book?
I mean, there was also a TV special. I think that was done by Chuck Jones.
yeah, that was the version I grew up with. That was closer to the book, but yeah, like we were like, number one, that was the one that cemented that I just can't do 3D movies. We'd done a couple before, and it's like, okay, I seem to have bad luck with them, but that was the one where it's like, yeah, okay, this is the final test. I just can't do 3D movies. They don't agree with me at all. But, like, it took us, like, 10 minutes of movie for my dad and I to stare at each other and go, like, errors have been made.
I mean, personally, I quite liked the movie.
I was
me.
not a huge fan. But we were like, yeah, we should have picked something else to do.
Stay alert.
Cat drugs. Cat drugs would have worked.
I mean, wasn't that also an Illumination film?
It was, yes.
Maybe Illumination should just stop making movies.
I mean, they also made the Mario movie.
Which I also kind of like.
I wouldn't say
again.
I wouldn't say Mario was brilliant, but I had fun.
Yeah.
They don't seem like they're even looking.
My bar for it was low anyway, because it's like, okay, Mario's on a screen.
Psycoms keep it
Well,
all under wraps.
95% of my expectations have been met.
Yep.
Better to lose us than lose
Pretty much.
So the other soldiers don't know about us, right?
Right. They don't know anything about any fugitives.
It was the one-armed man. I've never seen The Fugitive.
It was the six-fingered man.
Apparently it was the butler.
But yeah, well, like when we were watching Mario, there were definitely moments where both Star and I were like, yep, this is definitely made by Illumination.
Yeah. Though, Jack Black did a fantastic job as Bowser.
He did. Actually, I feel like most of the voice cast, including the Crispy Rat, most of the voice cast did fine. They really did.
Concentration's important, but never
Yes.
lose sight of what's happening
I agree.
around you.
And like, I can't shit on Illumination too much.
I can do this.
Partly because for a while Arcane Griffin has worked for Universal. She doesn't currently, to the best of my knowledge, but it's like, yay, root for Universal. They pay Griffin's paycheck.
She just has to suffer with a minion staring at her every day.
She doesn't anymore.
But she did.
For a good long time, like right outside of her office was a giant minion statue, and she's like, it's staring into my soul.
They do that.
I mean, they do tend to do that, yes.
Oh, we found the Alpha Behemoth.
Joy, because we needed just, more behemoths in our lives.
I remember in FF8, so in the end game of FF8, there is this boss rush section that you don't necessarily have to do, you have to do parts of it, but if you want to actually succeed at the final boss, you kind of need to do at least some of it. As I recall, the Behemoth was one of the easier bosses in that.
Senor Behemoth Screameth.
Just another battle.
Tiamat was also one of the bosses in that boss rush.
Did he also have the 5 heads?
Nah, it was just like literally a palette swap of Bahamut.
That sucks.
And
It
that's
was-
not Tiamat.
In
That's
FF,
just Bahamut.
in the FF games, when Tiamat shows up, at least prior to, I don't know, I'm gonna say 10, just because I don't know Final Fantasies at all. But like when in the games when Tiamat shows up, which to be fair aren't many, it does tend to just be a palette swap of Bahamut.
That is a shame. Do better.
Granted, I don't think Tiamat shows up in all that many FF games. I can't swear to that.
Yeah, same.
Like, I know, I remember Tiamat showed up in 8-Bit Theater, which leads me to believe that Tiamat shows up in at least one of the NES Final Fantasy games.
wasn't so bad.
I know Dragon Quest better than I know Final Fantasy, which is weird.
I still don't know a lot about Dragon Quest.
That's because you're from the U.S.
This is true.
You're from somewhere other than Japan. This is normal.
Understandable.
Yep.
Let's. Actually, I want to keep that on somebody else later.
Like, on Surat's to-do list is Dragon Quest. He wants to do Dragon Quest III, but he's waiting to see what the HD remake does, and we haven't heard anything about that in like two years. And after that, he wants to do 4, which I desperately want to be a part of, because I adore Dragon Quest 4.
You say words, they mean nothing to me.
See, it all began when little Billy was on the playground and he heard a phrase that he'd never heard before.
Dragon Quest.
To be fair, that could be a start of a Dragon Quest.
Yeah! Yeah! I mean, that's kind of how Dragon Quest V starts. You start out as a kid who can't read.
Yeah,
So you will be hearing words you have never heard before.
yeah. And you wear purple.
Horrible.
No pants.
That too. Also, you befriend a kitty.
I respect not wearing pants.
Like of the old school Dragon Quest games, 5 is the one that kind of everybody loves.
5 and apparently 8.
I hesitate to call 8 old school, even though it is at this point. But like for the longest time, like 5 was the one that everyone's like, oh yeah, that's the best Dragon Quest, and it's a great game. Hell, it did. Dragon Quest did Pokemon before Pokemon did Pokemon, and it started in Dragon Quest V. I am not shitting you right now.
Fair enough.
But, like, when I don't even know the studio, they did a movie inspired by Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest Your Story.
Yep.
The one it's inspired by is 5.
Yep.
It's a very, 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 very loose retelling of 5.
Yep.
Asterisk.
Yep. We saw it for Valentine's Day one year.
People love to hate on that movie. I'm a fan.
Hello, Queen Emma 9009.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Gonna back down.
Welcome to, Fighting Giant Metal Dragon.
Oh, we haven't even gotten to the dragons yet.
Oh yeah, that's not a dragon, that's more of a dog lizard thing? Question
Yep.
mark?
I look at the name Thexteron, and I remember a computer game, Thexter. You were a robot, and then you could turn into a plane or a tank.
Thus far we're doing alright.
Yeah.
We survived the vicious hellscape that was this week.
Would this work better, like?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Star and I were moving some furniture around,
Yep, we got Lantern a new dresser.
which means I no longer have to keep my clothing in a suitcase or 2
Or
5.
7.
In general,
That's a... Like, I've been streaming for a long time. I've definitely been streaming at least over 4 years since, I started dating Lantern.
yeah, because you were streaming before you started dating me.
Oh, yeah.
Long before.
Oh, yeah.
I just kinda am here, so...
Tonight, we've been streaming for about 20 minutes so far.
Yep. Usually we try to at least stream on once every week, usually Sundays around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And right now, we're in the middle of our Summer of Square event,
Yep,
where we're doing Final Fantasy 13.
yep. Last year we did
This
Final
game
Fantasy.
is sure as a game.
I know it has its fans. It hasn't really hooked me, unfortunately, but who knows? It may surprise me. It may be a really slow burner.
Yeah, it definitely is a slow burner. Okay, thanks for that. I am not doing this for 100% great run. I'm just doing it to
Gotta
beat
be
stories.
stronger.
Hey, Surat. We haven't even gotten to Saz and Vanille yet, so.
You missed me talking
Yeah.
about Milfest.
Yep. And getting a dresser.
And
Dragon Quest.
And Dragon Quest,
Wonder
yep.
how the others are doing.
Also, Lightning gave Hope a knife.
Who knows?
Which is definitely a smart plan and will not backfire at any point in time.
Nah,
Not eventually.
especially not with him being on the warpath to get Snow.
Resist or surrender.
Because Snow helped kill his mom.
Surrender.
Well, he didn't help, he just kind of let it happen.
Do you
yeah.
think he's still alive?
You mean Snow? He's too stubborn to die.
People say that about me.
That's his personality. He's arrogant. and
They're
mean from the
correct.
get-go. Thinks he's everybody's pal. Never liked him much. He lives
Oh
around
god,
bunch of
so like 10, 12 years ago.
Oh wait, we get to hear why it's
Where'd they
called
get the
Nora in
name
a minute.
Nora?
It's a stupid acronym. Their little code stands for no obligations, rules, or authority. Must be nice.
It's irresponsible.
So yeah, that's why he named his group Nora.
God, is he a high schooler?
Considering he's attempting to get married to Lightning's sister, I don't think so. I want to say he's at least in his early 20s.
Like, I remember being on some internet forums where they're like, why are there rules? This stinks! I want to be able to say whatever I want. And it's like, no, what the...
That is not how this works.
Yeah, you're freedom of speech, just not freedom of consequences.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's what my parents always tell me.
Yeah, going back to Too Stubborn to Die, like, 10, 12 years ago, my grandmother had a scary cardiac event, and she had to go to the heart hospital to get a pacemaker put in, and so, like,
Civilians aren't allowed in here.
so she's in, we're in there waiting on her, and, like, it's all solemn and scary and depressing, but my dad turns to me, and he's like, take notes, because someday you will have to bring me in here. Which would be a good life lesson and a good thing to keep in mind. Except he forgot which one of his kids he was speaking to. So I look at him and I'm like, of the two of us, I'm the one with an actual heart condition. Shit, I will race you here, old man. Let's go.
Honestly, it's 50-50 between the two of you.
Oh, so look, now we see what actual creatures from Pulse look like. They're not all mechanical.
Huh.
Yeah.
Be ready for the next fight.
To be fair, my dad did just turn 69, so...
Nice.
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 And it's almost Father's Day.
These fences are for containing the animals.
Yeah, I sent him a text and then like, what kind of beer do you like? He has yet to respond.
What day is that?
Isn't,
Question mark.
isn't it gonna be this Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's like a week from today.
Note to self: buy my dad something.
I still gotta figure out something for mine, whose birthday's on Thursday.
I mean, I was figuring I can pick him up some beer while I'm picking up my dad some beer.
I mean, I would do that, but he doesn't drink, like, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, he does, but like only at social functions.
He's a social drinker.
Yes. Our house is completely free of alcohol.
Nothing wrong with that. Whenever we go to Store's house, they're like, "You need a beer, Lantern."
I mean, at least they're willing to offer you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I appreciate that. But yeah, I figure we can get your dad and my dad some good beer from Fox and Hare.
Okay. Well, maybe, because remember, it doesn't open till Friday.
Yeah.
Unless we maybe order it online.
I mean, it depends on if we're actually going to see your dad on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going over there next weekend, then it'll be easy for me to grab some on Friday and...
Yeah.
I was actually attempting to get some of that beer shipped to my sister, but they are not allowed to ship across state lines. I was like, oh. I had to send my sister an apology about that. Like, here's your shirt from the brewery. Sorry, it's not actually beer. She's like, but I love it. This is my color. And I'm like, but I wanted to get you beer.
I've got your back.
I mean, to be fair, she's got 3 little kids. She's probably going to need as much laundry as possible.
She's also gonna need beer.
I mean, you still,
Yeah. Drax.
you still got the earrings to send her, too.
Yeah, I do, yes.
This little critter's got himself a mohawk. And teeth for days.
I'm Mr. T, and I'm a night elf mohawk.
Just like I planned.
Mr. T is not that short.
Also, he saves us from a train in Mother 3.
He does. That is a thing that happens in that game. I had forgotten about that until you said it. The Night Elf Mohawk was the best World of Warcraft commercial. Mm-hmm. It was better than the Vern Troyer one. It was better than the Aussie one.
Oh, looks like the dirt ball is gone.
No, dirt ball.
Kids hang out at that laundromat and around that laundromat, and it's baffling.
Yeah. I saw one kid Naruto running down it yesterday.
Huh.
No, I haven't asked yet. How have your guys' days been?
They're doing alright.
Yeah, again, we were down in Milford today. We considered going to see Spider-Man, and then we're like, nah.
Because the parking lot was packed.
Yeah.
So we went to Wendy's instead.
Which is right next to...
Yep. And we got a Frosty, but for some reason it was very hard to drink it.
See, that's because you're not supposed to drink a Frosty.
And why did they give us the top?
Top 10 mysteries, I guess.
Yeah, I think Lantern was sucking so hard that his face was folding inside itself.
Lemon.
Very much so.
Luckily, I'm made of rubber, so...
Yeah.
You are, in fact, made of rubber.
Does that mean I am glue?
Wild animals can be even more violent and unpredictable when you're trying to kill them.
Depends.
Careful.
Star, put your hand in his pocket, see if you stick.
Okay.
Pick up.
Did you stick?
Well, he's trying to unstick me. No!
No.
Pocket!
I'll take that as a yes.
Pocket! That's your pocket?
Well, my pants don't have pockets currently.
You should get pants with pockets then.
There's a severe lack of those in the women's
Be
department.
ready for the next fight.
Hapa, hapa to kappa.
Fine, I'll take it out and do this.
No!
Correct. You should dip your fries into your Frosties.
My sister-in-law's a big advocate of that.
It's good. Nice balance of salty and sweet.
Just like Lantern.
Hey!
Of salty things, I had lobster for dinner.
Ooh.
Granted, it was ShopRite store-bought. But still, lobster.
I mean, we not infrequently get the lobster ravioli from there.
Yeah, they're good.
Each of us got a whole lobster to crack.
Nice.
Not so nice for the lobster.
Larry was already dead when we got there.
That's fair.
Oh, no. I am free of blame, officer. He was dead when I got here.
Yeah, like you see them in their little cages. Or tanks, I should say.
Yep.
Oh no! We've been put into gay baby jail! Oh
Can I
no! Here
join?
comes the gay baby!
See, that's what
Yo,
the
it's-
humans actually look like.
Yeah, more or less.
Me, let's go. I am the gay baby.
Yeah, the time, baby. We've all seen it.
We've all seen the time knife.
Ah, good place is good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. For some reason, I have a soft spot for things which are celestial bureaucracies.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, we're in Sonic the Hedgehog! Must be Sonic
Hold on,
06.
I'm trying to remember. Did you guys play the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes, we did.
Yes!
It was in April.
Okay.
Fools,
I was just trying to remember.
It was like a 3-hour recording session.
Yep.
But God, is it a good game.
Yes, it is.
We had so much fun with that. I was grateful that they included SBO and Vector.
Yep. And then Amy and Shadow got to be besties around pop music.
That was hilarious. I loved
Yeah.
the heist. I loved that Rouge and Blaze became BFFs.
Yeah.
Oh. So, do you remember the mustache chow that was guarding the heist section?
Yes.
That, I think it said in, like, the credits that it was based off the director of the game.
Awesome.
I think. I'll have to double check. Actually, I can just check right now. Hold on.
I'm excited for the new Sonic
Security
game.
alarm. The observation battalion will be coming.
Fang the sniper.
Let 'em go.
Let's go.
I was so glad we got to do the Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit fan game LP.
Yeah.
Like I found that, I was like, can we do this, please? Please, baby.
Handle a climb like this.
That looks like it should be a platforming section, and it's still a hallway.
Alright. Wiki.
I don't know what these things are, but they seem disappointing.
Section.
They're crawlers. Creepy crawlers.
My brother had the creepy crawlers thing when he was a kid.
Okay. Fandom, don't fail me now. Also, everyone calls that Quokka that's in the game Barry, because that's what the files call him.
I've got your back.
Whenever I think of two things when I hear the name Barry. One of them is like the church choir director from when I was a kid. The other one is an episode of The Tick. Knack for Sonic games.
You mean you're not thinking of Game Grumps?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But there was an episode of The Tick where the Tick fights some other guy who wants to be named The Tick. Your name's Barry! Barry, 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 Barry!
Take 5.
Oh, that's from the episode with the fake tick, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one. And it has the evil midnight bomber, what bombs at midnight.
One of my favorite characters.
That character is great.
What's eating you?
The knife.
Time
I
knife?
can tell you're hung up on something.
And the psychic lounge, yes.
Is it the Lassie thing? It's snow, isn't it?
Where is the trivia section? There we go.
I love superhero parodies so
What happened
much.
with him?
You wouldn't understand.
Well, it says that the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is debatably canon.
Huh.
Yes!
You
It's
and I are partners.
says you know what they say, everything is canon. In like kind of a jokey kind of way.
My mother was killed.
I have not
Dude,
seen the Kick-Ass movie.
Yeah. It represents Sonic Frontiers in it, so
Yep.
maybe.
It's his fault.
The
You're
game's development name was Choo Choo Boo Boo.
Aw.
And he needs to pay for it. I'm not ready yet, but I will be soon. That's why I followed them.
This is at the point where Lightning realizes she fucked up.
Well, time to shove this kid off a cliff.
You and me,
Agreed.
sister Sarah.
I need to see that. That has movie night sometime.
Mm-hmm. It's like, maybe I shouldn't have been, encouraging this kid to fight more if he's gonna go on a murderous rampage.
Face your fear. Then you can take on anything.
There's a reference to Super Monkey Ball in there.
I remember, yeah. Because Vector and Knuckles were playing that.
And Shadow, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never pull this off if I don't toughen up.
Haha, touched your butt. Hey! Do it again. Hey.
Hold on, because I definitely remember seeing something about the Chow.
Target's a target.
Target's a target.
Final boss
And
ending.
a Walmart's a Walmart. And a ShopRite's a ShopRite.
Yes, it is.
Moses supposes his toes are roses, then Moses supposes erroneously.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
The ants from France are prancing up my pants.
Yeah, Kmart is no longer in business. In fact, I believe the shop right near us, that used to be a Kmart.
Huh.
Goodbye, Kmart.
Yep.
You will be debatably missed.
Yeah, kind of like Toys R Us.
Let's get this over.
That I missed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I know the old Babies R Us that was near us. It's being turned into a local furniture shop.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. Like, I know that it was based off one of the... Da-da-da. Come on, hurry up.
Also, just don't know that these things are named Lobos.
Lobo,
Yeah.
That's how it's
but they're not swearing.
I was about to say, listen up, you're dealing with the main man. Oh god, that's a character Sriracha voice.
Did you
Great.
forget what happened to to when he did Gino's voice.
The difference is Surratt knows what he's in for with Lobo. Lobo was Deadpool before Deadpool was Deadpool.
Yay! Now
Correct.
I have Commando level 2.
That's 2 levels of not wearing underpants.
Okay. It was the bouncer Chow and director of brand John Choon. from
Hi,
Sega.
Mom!
Hi, Star's mom.
iStar's mom. Anyways, it was John Choon that
Okay.
the bouncer Chow was based off of.
Okay.
He's the director of brand for Sega.
Huh.
I don't know what that means, but
Marketing
that's what it
guy.
said.
And now Hope is a higher Ravager.
That's not a Ravager, that's a twink.
Oh, and now he's more of a medic.
That's not a medic, that's a... Wait, no, medics are twinks.
Wait a minute.
Love you too, Ma. I should probably work on my equipment. Maybe later. There's a treasure chest.
iStar's mom, I've never talked to you, but hi, I'm friends with your child.
Yep.
Yep. Chase from House MD.
House MD is one of those shows that, like, everyone tells me that I should watch and I would like it, and it looks like something I would. It's just I don't want to sit down and commit to it.
See, like, that was one of the big shows I watched when I was in high school, and, like, I enjoyed it. I stopped enjoying it when my dad was starting to quiz me on how to diagnose things. It's like, I'm trying to watch this for fun. Oh, but surely you can diagnose this disease. I'm in high school. I've never been to med school. I may be in Superville in high school, but I've never been to friggin' med school.
Bit too heavy for you.
Okay.
Just play with your knife and don't think about murdering anyone.
No, like, Snow.
Yeah. Who got your mom killed?
Allegedly.
Who's ready for more flashbacks?
Yeah, some things
Hey.
really did not age well in House.
You became a lessee, so now
Like him being a misogynistic piece of shit.
I'm gonna buy that. Full points for originality, but don't forget.
His house was, in fact, a massive womanizer throughout the whole
It's my
show.
job to deal with you.
He wasn't a massive womanizer, but he was a jackass.
Worst birthday ever.
Wait, Sarah,
Wind Waker Link would like a word with you about worst birthdays ever.
believe her.
You kidding me? She gets made a lessee and you pop the question?
Lightning, stop it!
No, you stop it! Get out of my house.
You're shutting her out. She's your sister.
He's got a point.
Yeah. But I do kind of also see her side, because it's like, really? You're gonna make me believe that you're gonna, after you get turned to a C, you are engaged to this asshole? Like, why would you, like, it does sound like it would be just a weird-ass idea of being like, no, this is an excuse to marry this guy that I don't approve of.
Romeo, Juliet, yada yada.
Yeah.
Except a lot less romantic.
Yeah.
Says, knowing full well that Romeo and Juliet isn't romantic.
Exactly. It's just two teenagers.
Shakespeare
Yeah.
didn't write romances, he wrote tragedies.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then all of
I
his
mean-
comedies involve marriage, so,
How
I mean, half the time he had to change the endings to his plays because the Queen said so.
Yeah.
interrupt this program to bring you an urgent sanctum bulletin.
Like, she always saw the plays first.
Yeah.
And if she didn't like it, she had them changed.
Yeah.
Acting with Falsey Eden's approval.
I feel bad for the donkey boy. Have it that the queen falls, the fairy queen falls in love with him.
In response to this crisis.
Yeah.
This is a sanctum
Though
bulletin.
Oberon is certainly
It
Oberon.
has confirmed the presence of a pulse fal'C inside the city of Bodum.
So then she realizes, oh, fuck, she wasn't lying.
I should have listened to you.
I got to see the movie version of Merchant of Venice that has Jeremy Irons and Al Pacino. What made that even better? I got to see the director give a lecture on it, which was entertaining. Especially because he was drunk while giving the lecture.
Beautiful.
I love 2/3 of this play. The remaining third with the fairy tale elements that exist so that the other 2/3 of the play that are good can actually happen.
Look, now we're so upgraded that we can juggle our enemies.
What is this, a Street Fighter?
Yes.
Have you seen Street Fighter 6 stuff yet?
Not yet.
I've seen a little bit about it. I haven't. The most recent Street Fighter games I've played are the Street Fighter Alpha series, so I'm horribly out of touch. I wouldn't be opposed to getting Street Fighter 6.
I watched an entire story explained thing just so I knew what was going on.
Keep up with me, Hope.
That shit's kind of wild, man.
Yeah. There's some weird shit in Street Fighter lore. Weird.
Tyson is to Street Fighter as Palpatine is to Star Wars.
More. The two big fighters in America during the early 90s were Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And Mortal Kombat, it's oh, there's wizards
And Mortal Kombat 1 is happening.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that too. But Mortal Kombat is okay, there's wizards and demons and cyborgs and shit. You expect weird things to happen in that. Street Fighter, it was just okay, so we've got people in the street fighting each other, and then it turns out oh, he has massive psychic powers and he keeps body hopping. What the fuck? There's some sort of alien android thing. What the fuck?
But isn't it King of
There's
Fighters
actual demons.
But isn't it King of Fighters that has you can fight a giant panda?
I can't remember if that's King of Fighters or Tekken.
Panda.
I had a roommate who was convinced that Cammy was a dude. I refuse to elaborate. I refuse to elaborate.
That is the single most. No sense to me. Though Cammy's new design is actually pretty good. I will give them props for that. They made it a nice balance of actually making sense and also making it look good. So, give them props.
Cammy was never one of the...
Zangief,
Zangief.
actual bodybuilder.
I've never been good with Zangief, but I love him anyway.
The big Russian man. He's less muscular and more bodybuilder now.
Okay.
No, less bodybuilder, more lifter, I think.
That wasn't
Okay.
so bad.
Strongman. That's the one I was looking for.
Still a big fan of E Honda, just because he's ridiculous.
You picked the wrong fight.
The glory of sumo.
Yep. One of the characters who I know is not in 6 because he's very dead, but he showed up in Street Fighter 1. I know he was in Street Fighter 4, and he was in the Street Fighter Alpha games. He's one of my favorite characters in
Which one?
Gen.
Gen. Oh yeah, Gen. He's probably dead.
Oh no, he's canonically dead. It's his ending in one of, I think in Street Fighter 4 or 5 they mentioned. Yeah, no, he finally he finally did it. But like his character concept is one of my favorites. Plus, he's like he is canonically like the best fighter in the franchise. The only reason anybody has a chance against him is he's actually dying horribly of leukemia, and the only reason he's going out to fight is he's
actively dying.
Yeah, he's like, I want one of you fuckers to kill me, please. And he's doing too good a job at kicking their ass. Like
Father O'Hannigan.
Yeah, he chases down Akuma because he's like, surely this guy will be able to kill me, and Akuma's like, this isn't a fair fight, because if you were actually not dying, you'd be wiping the floor with me.
Then there's like the whole Setsu no Hado thing.
Yeah.
However you pronounce it.
The Dark Force thing, yeah.
Anyways.
The murderous intent.
Yeah. Honestly, both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, like Street Fighter, brand new look, looks good. Mortal Kombat just basically rebooted the whole franchise.
Again, this is not
And
the
they did
first
it in
time
a
they've done
way.
it.
Yeah, but they did it in a way this time that actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Kang rebooted the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are now brothers.
Please tell me I want Reptile to be in that game so badly.
Let me see.
We don't know if he's in yet.
Happened.
We don't have enough information, but See, Akuma is all about, like, the strong must fight the strong. It's not an honorable duel if the strong are not fighting the strong.
Yeah.
So like, when he's fighting Gen, and it's, like, kind of go either way, he's like, something's wrong here. And then he sees, like, Gen coughing up blood while holding him off, and he's like, no, this isn't right. This offends my honorable sensibilities.
Also,
I
you
mean,
can't see it, but
Akuma
he's currently
is
making
all
the mantis pose.
Akuma is very much... He wants Ryu to get stronger to beat him.
Yep.
Like, his end goal is for Ryu to beat him.
I know at least one thing has implied that Akuma may be Ryu's biological father. It's not canon, but like in one of the manga or movies, it strongly hinted at that.
That makes absolutely no sense to me, but okay.
Well, Ryu was basically like an orphan who was found by fucking Goken.
Roshi.
Yeah, basically Master Roshi, but Goken. And Goken is Akuma's brother. So like Goken raised Ryu and was training him, and then started training Ken as well. So it's like...
Yes, Ken Masters.
I like Ken better than I like Ryu, just because I love the flaming Shoryuken.
I can respect that. Also, Ken's a criminal now, allegedly.
Well...
Basically, he got framed.
I'm a Ken Masters on the run, and I will Shoryuken
Also,
my
his
way to
roots are
freedom.
growing back in.
You know what we need another Primal Rage. Nobody fucking remembers that game!
Different games are part of the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah, the Final Fight games are canonically part of the Street Fighter universe.
Yeah.
Hello, big boy.
I'm Lord and in charge.
Is that the Durgan?
Nope, that's the behemoth.
Yep, still another behemoth.
Man, how many of these guys are there?
They're a staple of the Final Fantasy series, so of course there's gonna be a bunch of them.
Yep.
Ow. Fine, go heal.
Keep up with me, Hope.
No,
Time to
I'm going to
juggle.
run in the opposite direction. I'm going to intentionally run in the opposite direction just to spite you.
That's how it's done.
I mean, the one thing going for it, it's the music.
Oh boy, after all my trouble, I got some more oil. Fragrant oil.
Let's go. America, where are you at?
Oh, you guys are too busy fighting. I'll just slip right in there.
This will be interesting.
I guess the Lobos and the Behemoths don't get along. Oh, and they even damaged him. Thank you, Lobos. Yeah, the Lobos are attacking the Behemoth.
If you
It's like a Predator versus Predator type situation.
Nothing personal.
if you ever play Pokemon XY, that's something that can happen. Just because there will be occasional Pokemon battles that are just like a fuckload of Pokemon at once, and sometimes you get Pokemon that like don't actually like each other, such as Zangoose and Seviper.
I mean,
That is a thing that can happen. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, it's funny when it does.
we saw that
Yeah.
in Breath of Fire 3, where it's like the boss goblin's trying to order the hobgoblin. He's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna eat you."
Yeah, that was hilarious when that happened.
Yeah, that and the zombie doctor being like, "Ow, I'm injured. I must heal myself." Oh wait, holy magic hurts me. No.
Of holes.
I think we're onto something.
Nope, nothing behind us. Only way is forward.
Up my sleeve and presto.
Nothing up lantern sleeves either.
I am wearing short sleeves.
Both of us are.
Mm-hmm.
You have a panda shirt, a red panda shirt on. I have the Wyoming shirt your aunt gave me.
Yep.
That's slowly turning orange.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, we're in the bioweapons.
Our own MLM. Honestly. Yay, go me. I did a thing. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I know the thought of like, if there was a LanStar themed fighting game, what would everybody's movesets be?
I feel like I'd have to play like Dulcime, you know, just like suddenly Lantern's arm just launches all the way across the stream.
What would I do? I'd be the world's most annoying character and heal every single time like, you got hit.
I know back when I had a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which my brother and I played the living fuck out of, by the way. At least once, just to annoy him, I did an all-serve bot team.
Here.
I don't know if you've played Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Servbot
I've heard of it.
Servbot is the worst character in the game.
The only thing I know about it is that Phoenix Wright is in one of them.
I think it was in the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are
This
dead.
is Maya as a weapon.
You will throw the fight, otherwise I'll channel your spirit.
What happened here?
Bad luck. They came looking for us and found something worse.
We can't just leave them like this.
Don't touch
The
it!
game's ratings?
Ow!
Your emotions. If you want to survive, you forget about sympathy.
Not even sympathy for the devil?
One of the better Rolling Stone songs.
Really good song. I use that as my alarm for a while.
Think of it like
Like,
a strategy.
I'm not a huge Stones fan, but
Focus
I
on
recognize their
multiple-
importance on rock in general, and again, that's a good
Still
song.
your mind. Move on instinct.
Eh.
Let doubt take over.
I have one of
and
Keith
despair
Richards' solo
will find you.
albums. It's an album.
Strategy. Good. I'll take anything to help me get through this.
Huh?
Because I can't drink.
I just saw. I'm looking at Twitter just really fast, and I saw. Have you guys ever heard of bubble
My
guppies?
mother's name.
Yes, my niece was a fan of them a long time ago. I don't remember the details.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, apparently
I know getting revenge.
the final episode is this month, which is weird to me because I
Back.
was a child when it started.
Damn, that was a long runner then. Then again, like, Arthur just
But sorry,
ended in the past couple years, and that started like when we were in the 4th or 5th grade. I was like, wait, really? It was still fucking running?
Snow didn't kill your mother.
It's
Sanctum did.
powerful.
Whose side are you on?
Have you seen the size of his hand?
The side of truth.
Truth, justice, in the American way.
And yes, in case you couldn't notice,
I'll fight the
his
sanctum.
mom's name just
I'll learn
happens
to
to be Nora.
Well, on the nose.
How can you judge someone else when you know that you're the same?
That makes you well equipped to judge them, frankly. Oh, that looks bad.
Secrets I'd rather forget.
Spoilers. It was a walkie-talkie of some kind. So somebody on the other end knows where they are now.
Nothing I can't handle.
Why can't there just be? Why can't it just be a normal game with explosions?
I mean, there is explosions.
Yes, but when I hear beeping noise,
Reddit!
I hear beep.
Guy who is strong as a Cyberman says what? Ah, that usually gets him, Vegeta.
Thank you, Nappa. That's a solid Nappa impression, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Okay, now you can't be mad at me.
Now you can't be mad at me. What did you do? You can't be mad at me. I was minding my own business.
Bullshit.
I was chilling in my hotel room like a boss.
Baller.
Like a baller. Oh god.
Yeah.
I've never watched Hellsing or Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Abridged is a riot. Some of the jokes haven't aged well, but
Yeah. We went for an enthusiastic walk. And now we're fighting a motorcycle.
release restraint level. No, what? Fuck it. Alucard, go for a walk.
Is your butt getting sore?
Little bit.
Do I have to rub it?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Who are we? The necessary evil. Why are we necessary? To protect the world from evil worse than man. Why
To protect the world from devastation.
Why were we ordained as God's chosen few for this unholy task? Because no one else will. And because it's fucking fun! Amen!
That's how it's done.
I am never going to be allowed to play cleric again as long as I live. Because I will make...
Lantern, if you're ever in a game where I'm the DM, I will let you play any class you want. Any character you want, no matter how ridiculous.
The thing is, I do genuinely like playing cleric, too. People tell me that,
being the healer's a little too stressful for my taste.
Like, I don't necessarily want to be the healer, but apparently I'm just... Like, people tell me that, like... Frequently it comes up when I ask people, like, what class am I in real life? More than a chunk of my friends have been like, you're a cleric in real life. I'm like, really?
Like, I could see you kind of more as a mix of, like, bard, druid, and maybe, what was...
Time to switch it up.
the more techie one.
Artificer?
Yeah.
Then there's me, who has played a rogue and the rogue. I think. Oh, the first actual like D&D character I ever played is rogue. No, I don't think I've ever played a base game of D&D in my life. Because it's always like a different TTRPG or something like that.
Huh.
Or it's like a text-based campaign where there's no fighting.
Huh. My newest character in an upcoming campaign is a lizard man rogue, Sizoth the janitor.
I can respect it.
He is there to clean up messes. Sometimes those messes are people.
We can win if we
Cool.
stay focused.
Thus far, I mainly just have Yuki, my Vulcan bard.
Then there's me, who,
Out of my way!
in the one campaign that wasn't really a campaign, it was just text-based stuff. Now I'm a player, and the first thing I did was make a rose.
Yes, Sizoth the janitor is going to work alongside Theodore the Mercurial, a polar bear wizard. Sizoth is going to have no problem with Theodore eating people. It's, in Sizoth's mind, efficient use of resources. It would be a shame for that meat to go to waste.
Yeah.
Any furries. In Sizoth's case, scalies.
This is the first time in a long time where, like, I'm playing, like, the really morally ambiguous character. Usually I'm one of the ones who's trying to, like, hold the party on task, or I'm just loony. But good-hearted loony. This time Sizoth's like, yeah, I'm just gonna murder people because it's the most efficient way through this. I'm definitely not using Reptile from Mortal Kombat as the image for Sizoth. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Oh. What was that?
Thought the chair was gonna fall over.
Ah, I was just shy of getting the roll.
Oh.
But now I can equip a second item onto Hope.
A bonk stick.
Yeah, let's give you resist physical just because you're squishy boy.
I think we kind of want him to squish.
Hmm.
I have this feeling something bad's about to happen.
I mean, shouldn't you be getting that through the course of this entire game, kid?
Moving. What's going
Yeah. You're moving upwards.
We're on an elevator.
Escapator.
And we're about to fight Bulbasaur.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Bulbasaur!
This is it.
That
Operation NORA.
See? It's Bulbasaur!
I have never hated a Bulbasaur more than now.
I don't know how to feel about this. I can hear Spire screaming.
Yeah, Spire should be enraged by this. What have they done to your boy, Spire?
And turn. Get an image of that thing and send it to Spire.
Hang on,
For
let me-
myself, but
It's called an Aster Protoflorian.
over.
Okay. I got a very crappy picture.
Come on, Light.
Okay. At Spire. They massacred. No, I'm just gonna go with Bulbasaur
Yes, sir.
in FF13.
Yeah, that's basically what I'd say too, Sarah. That's a Robotnik Bulbasaur.
God damn it, Robotnik.
Here. Come on, Light. Here.
Follow my lead.
Ouch.
Here.
Good call.
Why is Bulbasaur on fire?
Because Because we set him on fire.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Here.
Everything should be on fire now.
Suddenly a Nick Bounty moment comes to mind. I'm free! And on fire! That was a great
Hurt and fire. Not a horrible combination.
I had so much fun with the Nick Bounty LPs.
Yeah.
Keep up with me, Hope.
I'm going to the head. You're having deep thoughts about your place in the universe? Taking a dump, what's wrong with you?
Here.
Spire has opinions!
I'd imagine.
Understandable.
Oh, her exact response was, "Oh my gosh, what have they done to my baby?"
It's about what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Follow my lead. Keep up with me, Hope.
Wow, rude. Oh, to be fair.
Come on, Light.
I remember when the Pokemon games first came out, like, my neighbor went for Charmander, and so, like, I picked up mine. And, like, I just liked the design of Squirtle, so I'm like, I'm gonna go for Squirtle. He's like, oh no, you should totally go for Bulbasaur, because it has this Razor Leaf move that's really good against my Charmander, and I'm like,
Yeah, okay.
I'm not an idiot. No!
Tight matchup. Wish that the rivals were actually... The rivals should be mean. Like, or at least have one mean rival and one nice rival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If I had to pick, I'd pick the mean rival. If it's a rival, I want to fight them.
Follow my lead.
Like, you want to know the perfect rival? May or Brendan. They were a good rival, and also your friend.
See, in the original Ruby and Sapphire, they're kind of lackluster. Like, I
Mega
remember...
Ruby Alpha Sapphire version.
Okay, that is fair. Like, you didn't even get to see them use their final form starter in Ruby and Sapphire.
Then you go to X and Y. Rivals have 5.
I was not a fan of X and Y. They were fine.
Had a good concept.
There were decent concepts in there, but just like, and like it was Pokemon, which means I was fine with it. It was just like, this feels like a step backwards in some ways. And most of the like the 5 rival characters, I'm like, I want to punch you, I want to punch you, I want to punch you. I don't want to fight you, I just want to punch you.
The only rival there that I respected was Tierno, and that's because he danced.
I wanted to punch him the worst. It's like, I want to do Pokemon dance. Fuck off. Get out of this game.
Ever. Mr. Coconut Head.
Is he the one who wanted to learn all of the moves?
Yes.
He also, I really wanted to punch. No, I wanted to give him a swirly. I'm like, I'm a nerd and you're making the rest of us nerds look bad. You are so nerdy, I want to give you a swirly, and that's a bad place to be.
Then there's the other two. Is that the one with Serena?
Yes.
Why rivals? I'm checking because I don't remember the last one's name. Serena / Callum.
Mm-hmm. Shauna.
Tierno was Ash's primary rival for the first part of X and Y. Hilarious.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Hey. So many rivals.
So why did we fight Bulbasaur?
So
Because he was in the way of us escaping.
Trevor doesn't even count as a rival, according to this. Because do you ever actually fight Trevor in the game?
You fight him like once, and he's teamed up with Tierno.
Yeah, so in the wiki, it doesn't even count Trevor as a rival.
Palom
That's where
Polum!
you live, right?
Actually, according to this,
We'll stay
only
here.
Blue, Silver, Brendan /
No.
May, Callum / Serena, Shauna, Tierno, and Nimona are rivals.
Hope. You need to let him know.
Hop's not your rival. How's not your rival.
I maintain...
Ollie's not your rival.
I maintain that in Sun and Moon, Hao is the protagonist, and you are Gary Oak. Because he's like friendly, he's healing your team. You just show up out of nowhere and just keep wrecking his day.
Understandable. Oh, we're back on the giant floating ship.
Yep, we're back on the Limb
Time
Bloom.
to hunt some Lassie.
So what, we find him and that's that?
Don't get all hot and bothered.
Why'd they have to be Australian?
Sarah, am I doing the right thing?
If you want to play a good game, play Pokemon Black and Blue.
Pokemon Uranium time. God is shouting at us.
Playing that darn there rap music.
Apparently it's really easy to just take one of these things.
You'd think
Maybe
they'd
he
have
just
like a
owns
key
that.
or something.
You'd think.
I feel like at least one of them should be falling out of this fucking thing.
If only.
Like those one-wheel cycle things from Men in Black. That's floating.
I actually really liked Silver as a rival in the games, just because he's like Blue / Gary is just kind of a dick, but Silver is just like a monster, and it's just like, I'm going to wreck his shit all the time.
Silver. Only reason you're rivals with Silver is because you found his credit card.
Yep.
So yeah, in case you're wondering how Sarah got there.
Got eaten by the giant MILF in the sky.
I blame Snow.
Yeah.
The great MILF in
Dang
the
it,
sky.
Snow, and your love of MILFs.
I think I was just like, we're gonna see if we can go to the actual sea and to the actual Fell Sea and see if we can figure out your focus. And then it fucked up and he lost her inside there.
I went to the Foul Sea hoping to help her.
I should not have eaten all of those wheat things.
How that works.
You can always put those away.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe get some more water.
Yeah.
Get some water.
I
hard-headed.
That was... Ow.
Snap
Oh,
to it.
please, you didn't feel a
Rolling out.
thing, and we know it.
Yeah. Huntingless sea.
I think that that hat of his is probably harder than
This
diamond.
one at it.
Probably.
Weird lantern noises.
At least I get to see your cute butt.
Hey! Quit objectifying me, woman! I'm a person, not a piece of meat.
But is he going after them now?
Yep. Meanwhile, back with Saz and Vanille.
Am I missing Sam?
Finally, the brain cell.
They haven't shown up yet, but they're getting there. Okay, there they are.
Yeah, but I have to pee too.
Sunless Waterscape. That is the... That is a name.
Yes, it is.
She is so unnecessarily happy.
Yep.
So, where we headed?
Dunno.
You don't know? I thought you had somewhere in mind the way you took off.
I followed the smell.
What?
Yeah, it does kind of sound like a Bob Ross
Smells
painting.
Nice. All naturey.
And then he just smells poop.
Just smells damp. And I think something bit me.
Hide!
Scott. Closest city that way is Palampolam.
Oh boy.
That is not good. I wonder if those two are caught in the net.
What do we do?
Run the other way. Totally.
What do we do? Right
Don't
now,
go help. Don't... Do something sensible, Saz. You have a brain.
And a chocobo.
Right. No choice.
Surrender unto me your
We
chocobos.
run the other way.
Be to Nautilus.
We're going to Nautilus.
I'm suddenly remembering a kid's version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea that I watched.
You mean not the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
It was like you'd forgotten that I was still there.
Honestly, you are a little forgettable, my friend.
We want to get to Nautilus?
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
We need to clear these woods.
Tra la 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 la.
Tiptoe through the window.
There's a site I didn't.
I'm pretty sure most people want to forget that she's here.
And somehow there are 3 games of this.
Yep.
How many is she in? All 3?
I'm pretty sure she's only in the one, actually.
The Hope being in all 3 is a problem.
Yeah.
Which means he doesn't die.
No, he doesn't.
I replaced the hallway with a mimic.
How?
It's a worm mimic.
It's the Alaskan bullworm! Good God, this game is genuinely eroding my sanity.
You said that about Balin.
Balin was more painful.
I can't wait for that LP. I can't wait for the Spooktober LP.
Oh, that one's gonna be a fun one.
The Spooktober game was great. Balin...
See, the more you... The fact that you're a fan of it means it's really, really good.
Ironically, also a Square Enix game.
Yeah. And like, we basically played through it in like 3 or 4 evenings.
3 sessions, yeah.
Because we were like, oh my god, we want to know what's going on. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Understandable.
I'm 95%
How many
sure
words
you're
are-
right about what it is, Sarad.
Yeah. I'm pretty
I'm not
sure
gonna
you were the one that
even
got
try
it
and look
for
it up,
me,
'cause I wanna be-
so-
I want to be surprised, so don't tell me nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But
like,
did it have any Rube Goldberg machines in it?
Nope.
nah. But like, yeah, Balin, that,
I should rewatch Ghost Trick.
because they're re-releasing that game. And what the? Is that?
Is that
Daydreaming now.
It is a
lava pepper?
A flandragora.
It's a pepper that's melting.
It's a flandragora.
Lava pepper.
It's like the combination of a flan and a mandragora.
See, like, Balin is... It's very rare that I feel the urge to apologize for an LP or stream series. I feel the need to apologize for Balin.
But we get so many great dance sequences.
But I'm very angry for a good portion of that LP.
But we get dancing. We do the Macarena at least a few times.
Again, as I've said before, it's one of those games where you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
And the majority of people hate it.
I'm not gonna get into
But
it
it has
now.
a dedicated fan base.
Yeah.
But when we do the final video post-mortem, I have a lot to say. Like whenever we finish up an LP or a stream, we try to kind of go through like,
What we liked about it and what we didn't.
yeah. And sometimes
I know exactly what I don't like about this game.
some of the games, like, when it's more than one of us, we'll have differing opinions and we'll have an interesting discussion about it. And I do genuinely enjoy having that. That's kind of... We keep joking about eventually doing Chrono Cross. One of the reasons, like, I want Surratt along for that LP. Surratt has very strong opinions on Chrono Cross. I don't blame him for this. I do not.
Is Chrono Cross... Obviously it's related to Chrono Trigger in some regard.
It's the sequel.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Does it have any of the characters from the first game?
Not really is the thing. Yes and no.
Like, I can't go into that without, like, a lengthy discussion and, like, spoiler things. But, suffice it to say, Chrono Cross is a very divisive game. And, like, because of Surratt's opinions on it, which, again, I don't blame him in the slightest for these opinions. I do think, like, assuming we survive that game, because there's a non-zero chance that we don't, I feel like there could be some interesting discussion points, and again, like, I love those kinds of discussions, as long as you can keep it civil, you know?
I get that.
All this damn
Chrono Cross feels like a game that I would like to see played out. But like Chrono Trigger. Like, I know I like it. I'm not... But it's a good game.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't call Chrono Trigger my favorite game by any means, but it is one of... Almost everything in Chrono Trigger is a smooth running machine, from the mechanics to the writing, with one or two things here or there, but like, Chrono Trigger is a very good game.
Yeah.
Chrono Cross, they were...
This place would make a nice picnic spot.
because Chrono Trigger was so good, they were like, we were trying to do something different with this game. And some things work for some people, some things work less for some people. So you get a lot of vitriol between different camps over that game.
Yeah, I get that. Also, speaking of games that haven't played, one of my friends is playing Tunic right now.
Ooh, I love Tunic.
And they got to place with all the purple foxes.
Oh!
Yeah, that was fun.
The moment where we were like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was in call with them when they got to there. I was like, I'm gonna level with you. Like before they went in, I'm gonna level with you. This part's a little weird.
Yeah.
Later, you said a little weird.
See, I love being the knowledge keeper on certain games. Part of the fun in Surat's Octopath 2 LP is Star and I got the game before him, and we were playing through it, and Surat's going through it blind. So we finished the game. So like, Surat is going through it for the LP, and we're just like, boy, we can't wait till this happens. How's he gonna react? Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that with some games with my friends that are playing. Mysterious Fluid.
Yes.
I don't even want to know where that comes from.
It was totally from the frogs.
The thing with Tunic is like, I know enough to where I can guide my friend, but on the other hand, I still know next to nothing about anything about this game because it's so cryptic.
Yeah, and that is by design, and that is one of the the thing I love about it.
It's unnecessarily cryptic, and I love it. And when I wore my Tunic shirt to the Ren Fair that I went to, 5 separate compliments on the Tunic shirt.
Nice.
Including from one of the people who worked there.
Cool.
Yeah. The main reason I wore it is because, well, it's a Ren Fair. There's going to be nerds there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a Ren Fair. It's a Tunic. That was a fun day out, honestly. I somehow managed to drag my entire family with me.
Nice.
Surat has sent a lengthy opinion on the
Chrono Cross,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bloated cast is awful.
Yeah.
But
there's like a huge cast. Oh no.
There's 40 some odd playable characters, and the way they did this was like, we implemented this special dialogue system. Basically, characters have accents instead of personalities, and the game just like changes the accents depending on which character you have in.
Yep.
That is stupid.
Yes! Yes, it is! And several...
You know what? I'm okay if I never have to see Chrono Cross. Just based on that alone. I mean, if you guys do an LP of Chrono Cross, of course I'll watch it, but... Ew.
And like, so many of the characters have like no personality and have like no impact on the plot, whereas with Chrono Trigger, every character had a distinct personality and an impact on the plot.
Yeah, like, that was a good-sized cast.
Yep.
40 plus? That's a little big.
And want to know what makes it better? You have to play through the game a minimum of 2.5 times to get them all.
So stupid.
And much like Chrono Trigger, it has like 13 endings.
Fair. I mean, I do like a game with multiple endings. Shout out to the all-time classic Undertale. But I've always been a fan of games with multiple endings.
Same.
Oh, also, more of a hear which one of the endings is the objectively correct one.
Yeah.
Options. It's good. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Well, Chrono Trigger, there is obviously a canon ending.
Yeah. And Chrono Cross is kind of the same way in that regard.
Yeah. But you got games that are like Kirby games. Kirby games are just fun. They have one ending. Doesn't need to change.
Yep.
Kirby's Dream Land 2 technically had 2 endings. But the one ending was just the, yeah, you didn't finish ending.
There's, you know, in Kirby games, they have the what-if scenarios and, like, the arenas and yada yada. You don't need multiple endings.
Yeah. I
Just Kirby's lore goes insanely weird.
Yeah. I'd forgotten how much I loved Kirby until I started showing Star some more Kirby stuff, and of course, like, Forgotten Land. Holy shit, that game.
I should really get back to playing Forgotten Land, because I still have not finished that game, and it's been 5 months since I got it.
We haven't finished, like, we finished the first part of it, but we haven't finished the post-game.
Yeah.
But it's a
I'm on-
really good game.
I'm on World 2.
Oh, okay.
I've seen the whole game, like, I watched a playthrough of it before I even got the game. So I know what happened.
Yeah.
It's probably partially why I haven't picked it up again. Only playing Kirby games, I had already spoiled it for myself. I do that sometimes, accidentally, like, I'm just, like, watching some content creators and then I end up spoiling a whole game for myself.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that with the entirety of Naruto. I've never watched an episode, but I know exactly what happens.
So, I've seen like 2 episodes of Naruto. It's never really appealed to me, which is weird because I like things like Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball, but like my friends Jeannie and Tony have tried to get me to watch Naruto, but I remember when I was doing, it was my nutrition education class, which was a summer course. There was like one other dude in the class, and it's like, since you're a dude and I'm a dude, we should, like, you know, interact. Because we're the only 2 Y chromosomes in the room right at the moment. But he comes up to me and he's like, do you like anime? And he was a good guy. This guy, good deal younger than me, because I was fucking old when I was finishing up my college degree. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I like anime, alright. I know just the one you should watch. It's an obscure one you've probably never heard of. I'm
I was
listening.
gonna say Naruto.
It's Naruto! It's got this deep plot, and he starts going on and on about all the reasons I should watch Naruto, and by that point my brain just kind of shut down. I'm like, Naruto, yep, that is an anime that exists, indeed. There are ninjas.
Yeah. Speaking of anime, I do have a summer goal.
Oh?
Watch all of One Piece.
I knew that's where you were going with that.
I was gonna say, doesn't Ginny and Tony like One Piece?
They do, yes. I'm pretty sure that's...
Because One Piece has been shoved into my face at least 20 times so far in the last month. So, at this point, I might as well just watch it. Waffle is also watching it, but he's like 200 episodes in already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Also,
another...
he sent me a list of episodes that removes the filler, so
Okay.
skip that.
There's another game that's on our LP to-do list.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite things Sega has ever done. And, it's called Skies of Arcadia.
Yep.
I've heard you mention it. I know nothing.
It kind of has One Piece vibes, because it's ridiculously goofy and anime, and it involves pirates. You are sky pirates. And
Ace's hand, can I join? I enjoy piracy.
Yep, you are Vice, you were one of the Blue Rogues, you're with your BFF/not girlfriend Aika. You
I see.
You end up finding a mysterious girl named Fina, who is also your not girlfriend.
You end up having to choose between them?
You do not, actually. If I had a nickel for every JRPG for the Dreamcast that ended up with a threesome, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Yeah, the GameCube version is objectively better, but the Dreamcast one's the one I played.
Oh, so you're married?
Nope, just have a kid.
Oh,
We gotta get you.
the fact that he said he was, there's 3 options. Divorce, mom never existed, and he reproduces asexually.
We'll make it.
We're going by the rules of Henry VIII. Divorced, beheaded, or died.
You might be able to see, but you're still a daddy.
Did you just call him Daddy?
He is a daddy.
You're right.
Yes. I think she's too innocent for that.
What's his name?
Naive.
His name is Corpsey Magoo.
Are you ready for another flashback?
God damn it!
I could see it coming.
Puppy!
Poppy.
Hey, Dad.
Dodge.
So, remember that part in the fight against Anima where he whispered the phrase Dodge?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know where it's coming from.
Well, then
It's a mini Saz. Saz. Mini
never
Saz.
smile. So here's what I wished. I wish that you'd cheer up. Be like your old self again.
Don't tell your wish, then it won't come true.
How about that? Your wish came true.
Good.
Saz is still my favorite. Which is an
He's a good dad.
Yep. That's an unfortunately low bar.
It's my turn to wish.
What for, Dad?
That's my little secret.
I wished for Colt 45.
And Sephiroth. Oh, not Sephiroth.
Female Sephiroth.
Nilf Sephiroth.
I saw.
Sass,
Look, I saw the long hair and just immediately thought Sephiroth.
you're alright.
Hey,
Lunar did it first.
Come on, Pops. You really got to keep it together.
Pops.
Saws and Chuck the Chocobo.
Now,
He
let's
ca-
go.
She called him Pops. Is she Ochette now?
Kids.
maybe. But does that mean his boobs are on fire?
That is your
Check.
favorite Octopath meme. I feel the burning of vengeance within my breast. Your boobs are on fire!
Honestly, for Octopath, I would not put it past them.
God, we love Octopath 2 so much.
Yeah.
It's
The thing about Octopath is, like, I want to sit down and watch it, but I haven't had time, and now I have, like, 3 separate things that I want to watch.
yeah, and it is a long game.
It is.
That's a lizard.
It's a scale beast.
Oh, that okay. I was like, why does it have a large schnoz? I was like, oh, that's its tail.
Lizard. So, basically, there's 3 things that I want to watch. There's, One Piece, Octopath 1 and 2, and the Battletech LP. I want to sit down and watch it.
The Battletech LP is pretty much divided between me lore dumping and Surat doing as much as possible to make me angry.
Exactly. Why do you think I want to watch it? Unfortunately, there's no star to put hands in pockets.
I was actually texting Star not infrequently during the Battletech LP, and so she'd respond with like... Because Star is not a Battletech fan, because she doesn't have to be. So her responses tended to be hilarious.
The only thing I know about Battletech is what you've told me so far.
You wish to join Comstar, piece of Blake be upon you.
Yes. Comstar seems like my type of thing. Also, King Crab.
Other factions do eventually get the King Crab, but during the Succession Wars, Comstar would be the main ones who have it. There's actually a space pirate who, like, the reason he's successful is he accidentally finds this cache of lost tech mechs, and so he's just like, fuck it, I'm riding a King Crab now.
Understandable. Also, Karkanization for the win.
Mm-hmm, yep.
To Crab.
Reject society, become Crab.
But then that
Or
means
monkey.
that means you have to worry about somebody hitting your weak point for massive damage.
Go, Kingler!
Personally, I'm more of a Clawitzer fan.
I never used Clawitzer, just because, like, again, X and Y, I've tried replaying...
Is there even a crab? I gotta check that.
It's technically a shrimp.
It's not the mantis shrimp.
Yeah.
Mantis. Yeah.
So it's not a crab, but it's still a crustacean.
Yeah.
It's closer to lobster than crab.
Yeah, it's a shrimp, technically. Still shrimp. Claw tastes good. So I bet there's a Pokédex entry that will confirm or this.
Oh god.
Does Clawitzer taste good?
Crabrawler. I remember finding Crabrawler and I'm like, yes! There's a punch-drunk crab! I love it! It eventually evolves. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Why did you turn my punch-drunk crab into a Yeti? I am angry.
Brawler canonically tastes bad.
Don't you mess with my punch-drunk crab.
Yeah. Oh, that's not correct. Yep. According to the Pokédex, Clawitzer tastes good.
Cool.
Mix that with some Slowpoke Tail. Oh, speaking of cooking, one of my other friends who I'm in the campaign with, my rogue in, my rogue is somewhat of a chef too.
Ooh.
He stole chef tools, and I will be taking the poisoner fate. So, rogue, his name is Sludge, and he made the Sludge Special, which is as follows: meat, melty cheese, various spices, bread, candied bacon, pizza, and a little bit of lettuce because we're healthy. I rolled high enough for it to taste good, so... Enter, you're a food scientist. How healthy is that on a scale of 1 to 10?
Not very.
Exactly. Also, I apparently stole a health potion, so I have that now. I was just rummaging through cabinets and found a health potion.
Change is good, Pops.
Also, I managed to be getting a hand axe as a finesse weapon.
Ooh.
That's fun. You haven't used it yet. I've been exclusively using my short bow. As
it's
she is 4 foot. She's 4'11", so.
Change is good, Pops.
It's been a long time since I've played a rogue, so I'm gonna have to relearn how to do that a little bit.
Is this the same scale beast?
Yep, Scale Beast.
What health does this thing have?
This is
God
like the
damn.
5th one we've fought, I think.
No, this is the second.
Okay.
These things got a lot of defense. The game even specifically tells you, like, yeah, you're welcome to skip these guys for now. I'm just like, I want to get some XP.
Just reached level 2 in the campaign, too. So that's nice. How about we just... Also, why do I feel like Vanilla is just gonna call Saz Pops for the rest of the game?
I think it's just for this section.
Oh god, that would get annoying.
Oh, Chet calls Oswald Pops for most of Octopath too.
Yep.
That's because she's adorable. Vanilla's just annoying.
Chet has nicknames for a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Nene? Nene?
Respect that. Nicknames, but Pops is not something I respect. Pops I respect is the one from regular show.
Party Hardy, yes. Yeah. I'm gonna call you Party Hardy. Whoa there. When did the J-pop come into the soundtrack?
When Uematsu stopped doing the soundtrack.
Okay.
Standards are coming back again.
You know what this game needs? Or death metal.
Final Fantasy with soundtrack by Death Clock.
I mean, they had Gods back to
Final Fantasy, but it's corn. Yeah. Final Fantasy, but corn.
I forgot corn existed.
So,
my cousin was a big
corn
fan.
track. Favorite corn track is This Is Halloween from the metal album of Nightmare Before Christmas. Thing that exists. I'm going to send that album into Metal Nice Man. Grimace.
We're not that done, Vanille. We still got some gremlins to murder.
Right, it's called Nightmare Revisited. That's the guy. There you are.
You look tired. Not enough sleep?
I guess.
Not surprising. Cute girl like me. It's hard to close your eyes, huh?
Vanille, why?
Okay, time to push her off a cliff.
Just gonna lie down for a bit.
I'm pretty sure that corn was one of these.
Hey, Choco Chick.
Hold on.
Being made a lassie.
Corn
It's not
nightmare.
I mean, look. Even I'm kind of like.
Oh, they did kidnap the Santa Claus.
But even if we don't know what'll happen, we have to keep our dreams alive.
Our dreams of going to White Castle.
Have something to look forward to.
Okay, so
Also, man, it's convenient that the
Next stop
Chocobo
is
didn't end up getting turned into a lassie.
Oh my god, the Chocobo has been a god this whole time.
small to be able to see. Right there. There you are. I'll put this here.
What?
Eat her, Chocobo.
Sass?
Baz is now dead. The brain cell has gone. That or the Chocobo has it.
Oh no, we're all by our lonesome. Also, I feel I have to look
Quick,
something up.
throw her off a cliff.
Let's see here. Is it in people? There it is. So as you can see, the data log keeps track of a lot of information here. We look at the Chocobos section. Voicing the true identity of the animal might trigger ripples of destiny across Cocoon and cause a hurricane in Eden. Either that or Saz just hasn't thought of one yet, in terms of the name. This turns out to be true in the sequels.
God damn it.
Aww. That Chocobo is named Chuck, and I will not take any other options.
Chocobo.
You're gonna have
Look,
a
if I'm
time-
in a stream series or something, I will name something Chuck.
That's fair.
Or John. Names that I use. A specific type of character.
Sass?
Whenever we do Monster Prom, I name my character Johnny Three Dicks.
I've noticed.
What's up?
I'm just thinking.
Thank you, the Villains Code series, for giving me that name, because it's a great name.
It is a great name.
You can't control who a foul
You should make him into a D&D character.
Raven would shoot me.
He was picked. He's a lassie.
Oh no. Child.
Yeah, did you notice that during that flashback he had a bandage on his hand?
I took him to go on a tour.
I did.
of the Gorge plant. Thought I'd surprise him with a chocobo chick to take home, but the second I turned my back, into the MG plant he went. Dodge! Dodge, come out here! Dodge,
Ah,
I know you're in here.
hell. Doing there.
Dodge! Where are you? Say something!
And now, what's up with that?
What's wrong? Dodge!
Daddy.
God wants me to get rid of the infidels.
You okay? You're not hurt, are you? What's that? Apparently, those post-Lassie had snuck in and tried to attack the sanctum of Alcee. It did the only thing it could and made Dodge a Lassie to protect it. My son,
Which really, you have to pick a little kid to be your savior, really?
but we're post-Lassie,
Yeah.
Dodge's enemies. Psycom showed up right after that to take custody of him. Then,
Female Sephiroth.
even then they couldn't figure out his focus. Maybe it was look for post-Lassie?
She looks kind of like Carl.
Either way,
Yeah, it
When
does.
Carl still had long hair.
Yeah.
how could a kid that young even stand?
Arlaroth.
After he was made a Lassie, Dodge had some way of sensing things, from Pulse. He was the one who found the Pulse Fal'C. But the kid can't fight.
What is going wild on that harmonica?
That's why I put myself on the train to Purgeville.
Mm-hmm.
I figured his focus had to have something to do with destroying that Pulse Fal'C. Thought I could do it for
What, are we in fancy Louisiana? I just said fancy New Orleans, that would have been better.
He's right about his focus.
The harmonica would be more
If he was supposed to take out that thing,
Memphis, I'd say.
then either we die
I can see that.
or he's a Seath.
Die? Really?
Hi, Jack.
It's a pickle, all right. But the bird says no.
He trusts the bird more than he trusts her.
Yep.
Understandable, because why were you holding his son's hand? Oh, I'm suspicious of Vanille.
Yeah. Also, it looked like there was somebody else with her.
Yeah.
It looked like the bitch who was after Snow.
My prediction is that she's secretly evil, and that's why she's not in the other two games, because she dies.
All right then. What is that?
It's a bubble. How do you feel about
A device that makes bad
weather puzzles?
Oh joy, oh happy day.
Water Temple Part 2, let's go! Oh, froggies.
Isn't that adorable?
Yeah, basically it's the case of like, oh, the game's about to probably explain it, but certain creatures and fauna and such will react depending on the weather. So in this case, it brings out the froggies.
Frogs.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. She's taking the kids, Fozzie! I guess you could say my love life is broke.
And this frog likes to summon more frogs.
That's a thing in Chrono Cross, too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, along with the whole... I'm thinking of, I'm blanking on the name. You guys played it too, and I'm forgetting the name. Melody?
Mana? Oh no, Rhapsody?
Rhapsody, yes.
Yeah.
The frogs, Sag.
The Sedge Frogs. Rhapsody's a great game.
Yep.
Can't believe they just straight up killed the frogs.
Regulate the weather. We might be able to control
Yep.
Like, there's no happy ending. They just killed the frogs.
Yeah. That's fine, they get reincarnated later.
Yeah, it's different species.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's not gonna stop them.
That's true. I don't think there's any regulations on that.
If a dog and a dolphin can love each other.
Exactly.
Oh god, movies
I feel like
from the
that's
90s.
referencing something I don't know about.
Movies from the 90s, man.
Yeah.
Movies from the 90s.
Yep.
Echo the Dolphin?
No, it was, what was it, Zeus and Roxanne or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Echo the Dolphin is like one of those games that I've heard of it, heard Lantern mention it. I know nothing. So there's a dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin is a trippy as balls franchise, and I love it. I'm terrible at those games. And like me talking too much in depth in it is kind of spoilerific, but like the way the first game opens is you're a dolphin, you're with your pod, you jump, suddenly something weird happens, and your pod and like most of the ocean life is suddenly missing. So you're going through the ocean to try to figure out what's going on, and then really weird shit happens.
Is it like a survival type thing?
I don't have a
resource management.
Oh, it's not a resource management thing. Like you are swimming around. You have to. Surat, help me out. What would? Yeah, it's an exploration and puzzle game. Is the best description.
That tracks.
But yeah, I have never. There's been very little out there that I've experienced that has been quite like Echo the Dolphin, and the Dreamcast game was actually the first Dreamcast game I purchased for myself. I've never beaten it, but it's like, oh my god, this is really cool. And of course, the Genesis games are some of the coolest looking games on the Genesis.
So it's a game of cat drugs. It's just.
Like the guy who pitched it to Sega was like, okay, here's the idea. The game is like, you're just like a dolphin, man, and you're exploring the depths of the ocean, and like, the Sega marketing guy this was getting pitched to, because at that point Sega had nothing to lose, it was very early on in the Genesis's lifespan, he was just like, fuck it? Let's do it, why not? And it turns out, like, the guy who developed the game was very much inspired by a book that, like, some guy who was out of his gourd on drugs wrote. Yeah, there's a lot.
Some of the best writers.
There's a lot of where do I go and what the hell do I do in the game. Like if you know what you're doing, you can beat the first Echo the Dolphin in, like, an hour and a half. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna be there a long time.
I just want to see if something exists. Hold on. Dolphin. It's on speedrun.com.
Nice.
There are 4 runners who have done it. The fastest time was 17 minutes.
Damn!
Though, with that's with glitches.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Without glitches, it's 22 minutes.
That's still damn
There
fast.
are
Yeah.
11 runners for that. Oh, I forgot to mention, a copy of the Necro Nom 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 at the Ren Fair.
Oh yeah, I can't. It was either Courage or Ginny and Tony who got me that. That's a fun cookbook. I've only done a couple recipes from it, just because if you want to do the actual recipes, you have to flip to the back to the part where it's like, okay, here's the coherent bit.
I looked at it and I was like, do I really need a cookbook? Would I ever use it? I just brought a D&D 5e supplement.
Oh, okay.
Has a cooking system in it.
Nice.
And a couple of races. Which I might incorporate into my homebrew. Because all good writers steal from everything else.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Unless you're H.P. Lovecraft, in which case you just smoke a bunch of pot and write.
And be racist.
It's true.
Yeah.
So,
look up what his cat is named.
So...
Like, I mean this as a warning to anyone watching this video in the future.
So, I've mentioned this in a couple of places the series of books that I like called the Johannes Cabal series. The author of those books has written another set of books called Carter and Lovecraft. And basically the premise is this private eye ends up teaming up with the like great-great-grandniece of H.P. Lovecraft or something like that. Like one of his descendants. One of the things she brings up is the fact that like she's black. She's like, "Yep, my ancestor would be rolling in his grave right now." One of the Johannes Cabal books was actually very Lovecraft-inspired. It involves him dealing with Lovecraftian abominations, specifically, and going through the Dreamlands and things. And the introduction is funny, like... Uh-oh.
That's not good.
What the hell am I looking at?
What do we do?
We sneak.
Right.
Go, Soz, go. Go, Soz, go. That was
Gargoyles? Those are decidedly not gargoyles.
Just too much to ask to cut me one break, isn't it?
Come and get it!
Why are their mouths sideways? I don't like it.
Okay, that one's name is Enki. What's the other one called?
Let's see, we got Enki and Enlil.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was a reference to something or not. It's not the reference I thought it might have been. If it was, I was going to be disappointed.
Surely it's a reference to Thief the Scaleless from Dark Souls.
God's not here today, priest.
See, it's totally, the two dogs from Sword and Shield.
I'm in the minority of people here, and I realize this. I like Zamazenta better.
Honestly, I didn't like either of them. They're just dogs with a sword and a shield.
I like
not very good design.
I like Zamazenta's design better. And I like the fact that they're not like, oh, I created time and space, because that's a big problem I have with some of the Pokemon games with scaling, but that's an entire rant. I like the idea that, oh, these are just ancient legendary protectors of Galar. I think that Zacian
I
looks
respect
stupid.
It's just a dog with a sword.
I'm a dog carrying a sword. You look like an idiot. At least, like, Zamazenta, it's like the shield is incorporated into its mane, and it's like, okay, I can get behind this. I realize that Zacian plays better, but fuck you, I like Zamazenta better.
Yeah. Well, if I wanted a dog with a sword, I'd go fight Sif again.
Mm-hmm.
But, I get what you mean about, like, Palkia and Dialga. You can just catch the embodiments of time and space.
Yeah, this is a sticking point between me and Waffle a little bit. His favorite region is Sinnoh. Fair. I'm very much one person who's like, Sinnoh is fine, but it has its issues. One of the things is, like, I'm not a fan of most of the legendaries in Sinnoh for a variety of reasons. And part of it is just like, okay, now we're just getting a little ridiculous in the scale here.
Oh, you wanna fight God?
Exactly, yeah, it's just like, okay, that's a little much. Hell, even Ruby and Sapphire, it's like...
And there I go. Our first death of the game!
Yeah, I'm just a fan. I'm more of a fan of Black and White and Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, I like all of the legendaries in those games, because, like, it's not, oh, it's God, it's, these are the dragons that help these people form this area. Oh, these ones protect nature. Oh, these ones are just assholes!
Yeah. The plot, I know this point gets reiterated, like, a lot when it comes to Black and White, and Black 2 and White 2.
Mhm.
I gotta agree with them. It has the best story.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why, like, X and Y, I was just like, like, there was potential here, but every character felt super one note, and it just felt like a step backwards.
There we go. Don't have to say that again.
Good. So that's Black and White is when Oshawott was introduced, which is effectively a good thing.
Oshawott alright. I prefer Snivy, although Oshawott certainly plays better. Unless you get a very specific Snivy, man.
That's true. If you get like one specific nature, you get a better Snivy, but
If
you have to like get it.
If you
Gotta
get
get a
extreme
dives
ability,
right,
it's
and
broken.
Yeah. Eevee's right, gotta get the Eevee's right.
Yep. I'm gonna level with you. Unova, not my favorite set of starters, although I don't dislike them, it's just there are several other gens that I like the starters more. But yeah, Oshawott, I don't hate them by any means. It's like, Oshawott's fine, Snivy's fine, the War Bacon is there. I don't begrudge anyone for liking the Unoban starters at all. I mean, all of the starters are fine, in general, although, Galar, man. I was not a fan of the Galarian starters at all.
Yeah, they're kinda lacking in every single way.
I'm weirdly fond of the Johto starters. Yes, even Chikorita. I love that bean.
I am not a fan of Chikorita.
I get that. Competitively, it's not good.
Not even competitively, I just don't like Chikorita's design.
See, I remember when Gold and Silver first came out, and I was a kid. Like, the games were coming out, I saw Totodile, and I was immediately like, that's my guy. Most of my friends went for Cyndaquil. We all looked at Chikorita and were like, that's for girls. None of us have vaginas. But Chikorita has grown on me in the ensuing decades.
I mean, I took Totodile simply because it's a funny crocodile. Also, fun fact, Totodile was the first ever Pokemon card I got.
Oh, neat.
In a special place, in an actual sleeve. The only sleeved Pokemon card I have.
Like, unlike you and Waffle, I don't have one favorite starter. There's, like, 3 different ones that are at the top of my list, and depending on what day you catch me, it's kind of like, I'm in this mood. It's basically like Totodile, Trico, and Fennekin. Although there are plenty of other starters I adore. Yeah, Coco and Totodile as a pair of no thought head empty. I bite this is
Yep.
great. The generation where I actually have trouble picking a starter the most is Sinnoh. Because, like, Piplup is great, because it's a metal penguin. Chimchar is great, because it's Sun Wukong. Turtwig is great, because it's the motherfucking world turtle.
Neil, can you stop moaning for like 5 seconds?
I don't think she's capable of it.
Vanille, go to horny baby jail. Somewhere Kikyo's like, someone's doing my game a disservice.
The only reason that Kikyo likes this game is for hope.
Yeah, whenever we get Scarlet and Violet, if we get Scarlet and Violet, we're probably gonna go for Weed Cat.
Yeah.
Understandable.
For some reason, like, Fuecoco's final evolution doesn't do it for me. And I don't understand why it doesn't, it just doesn't. Like, I like Weed Cat's final design. I weirdly like the Duck's final design. Which
You are the only person in the world who likes that.
Yeah, like, I'm confused by the fact that I like the Duck's final design. No one's more confused about that than I am.
No, please. There are children.
Neil, make yourself decent, woman.
Just...
Our favorite game in general? Oh boy,
That's a good question.
there are several I could name, like, Tunic was fantastic, Breath of Fire, 3 and 4, big fan of Earthbound, big fan of Mother 3, Super Metroid, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Again, it's Octopath 2. It's hard for me to narrow it down to just one. It's hard for me to narrow it to 10.
If only we were
My favorite game... That is a good question. Ending of Isaac. Like, I can objectively say that is one of my favorite games.
I can respect that.
It's the right kind of difficulty for me. Not super difficult, but difficult enough.
I feel if I had to pick one, I feel it would have to be Breath of Fire 3, just because that game's been so influential of my life.
That game is literally how we started dating.
Exactly.
Coming over's out.
Seems like someone doesn't want us in
I don't
here.
suppose there's a hole anywhere in this fence.
Conveniently, there is.
At wire cutters. For wire cutters, it's just conveniently open for no reason.
Board the ship over there.
And here's the part where they get got, isn't it?
Huh?
No, this is the part where they get rained on.
All I can say is that my life is pretty plain.
When it rains around here, it pours. And then it rains some more.
Saz, do you hate Pulse?
Oh, thanks for the follow.
Yeah,
Look at
thanks.
this mess it's gotten us all into.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
Of course. It's not to say I always hated it. Seemed fishy. All that sanctum ranting about the threat from
Saz has more than 2 brain cells.
only a matter of time before they strike. Pulse is infested with monsters. Scare after scare. Not even a shred of proof. Tired old cynics like
I mean,
me
we have a logo already.
just swallow
Yeah.
that tabloid crap.
But if you want to show it off, I mean...
No,
Yeah.
not me. I figured the sanctum was up to something crooked. At least until I got dragged in.
Yeah.
I feel like she feels bad.
When I think about it,
Yeah.
all this purge business, it really only happened because Dodge found that Pulse Fal'Cie.
You're wrong.
Huh?
Don't blame him. It was all...
Yeah, you're right. It was that scum from Pulse behind it.
I might as well have tried to stop the rain. I fought the tears. But they still fell.
You're getting soaked.
I'll be fine. It's only water.
Actually, there's a lot of acid in that rain. You may want to come... Oh, your flesh is melting off.
Well. Meanwhile.
Attention all units. This is Director Roche, SciComm Division.
I don't know who you are, but I already hate you.
Pulse-borne
Wait
terror.
till you see what he looks like.
If we allow the sea activity to continue, panic will rip our world apart.
Man, I'm having flashbacks to when I was in middle school.
So hard to maintain.
High school.
Nothing but a memory.
A little of both.
Yeah, you sound like a
They threaten our very way of life.
we're villains.
They must be eliminated. There can be no hesitation.
There he is!
Wow, you look punchable.
Yeah. I'd say he looks
Wow,
more like
he looks like yeah, that is just Sephiroth.
Sephiroth with way shorter hair.
I will grab you by your short little ponytail and ram it into a table repeatedly.
Task force reporting. Begin operations immediately.
Agreed.
Sir.
We can make it. Get to the station and board the train for Eden.
You think it's still running?
Well, if it isn't, we'll make it run.
Then punch straight into the heart of the sanctum? Now you're thinking like a pulseless sea.
Well, this is Operation NORA. It's not just snow I'm after. The sanctum's gotta pay too. You're the one who said we had to fight.
I'm starting to regret
We're tempting
saying
fate.
that.
I'm starting to regret literally everything about this game.
I used to play them when I was a kid. No one
Lightning
used
is
to-
regretting literally every decision she has made in her
But I know
life,
where it is.
Up to this point,
We can
yeah,
sneak in under their
definitely.
noses.
including like what I had for breakfast
Great.
every single
There we
day.
go.
It was probably hardtack.
Chimichangas for breakfast.
Just
Huh. No more rivalries now. Psychom's brought in the Guardian Corps.
Okay. There's an old drainage pipe.
If we dump it on them, they'll smell like
We can
poo.
use it to avoid being seen.
Or we can do that.
Understandable.
The tunnel entrance is a little further up.
Yep, that is some bruising on my head.
lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me!
Well, we could follow you, but considering that we just made quite a bit of progress and we played with you guys quite a while, I'd say this is a pretty good place to wrap up the stream for now.
Alright, for the newcomers in the audience, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
As always, there is more content over on StarPrincessHLC's YouTube channel, where we have multiple LPs going. The current Summer Square LP going up is...
Is Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon. And then later on, in I think mid-July, we'll be starting up Balan Wonderworld.
I apologize in advance. We also show up on other YouTube channels, such as our good friend Surat's YouTube channel, where we're featured prominently in the Octopath 2 LP, and in our friend Yorkshire Raven's channel, which has numerous things going on at once, including the Bastard Smalls D&D.
Yep.
We also have a Discord server, the info for which should be on both the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel, if you care to join.
Yep.
Sometimes we have movie nights. We did a movie earlier today, as a matter of fact.
Yep, we watched the new Dungeons & Dragons movie.
And you can just hang out and watch the dumb shit we get up to.
Yep.
Anything you want to shout out, Yowza?
I did
Yeah.
not catch any of that.
Not really.
Okay.
Okay.
But yes, once again, thank
I
you all.
actually uploaded to my YouTube channel.
I don't have content on my YouTube channel. It's fine. I'm good with piggybacking on stars.
Yeah. And we could also shout out V's YouTube channel.
That is true. V, who may show up at some point during this stream
Yes.
series,
Yep.
whenever they can make
Shout
it.
out V's YouTube channel.
Apparently they have opinions on the onion from earlier.
Yes, they do. As they should. That onion was horrifying.
I prefer onion son.
But yes, until then, take care, everybody. We'll see you next
Bye.
week.